G'day guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit tonight being Friday night. What I usually do on this channel is I usually show off 4 books from random and I end on a key issue. However, on Sunday, my brother Manuel and I will be at the Geelong Town Hall selling some of our books, and I have them here. Manny's going to be selling his Spell Kitty books. He has a big range of issues, and he has his new book, this giant-sized book. It's called Giant Size Spell Kitty. He's very excited to show it off because this is the first time he's going to be showing off. And I've got an all-new issue that I'm going to be showing off as well. So I'm going to end the video with that. But the first one I want to show off is a book called Puppies 5 Jingle Smells. And what this is a series of kids comics that my brother and I have done about these finding puppies. And yeah, this is the Christmas issue. I don't have issues 2 and 4. I've got to get them reprinted. I've only got a small amount of issue 3 and issue 1, so I'm going to start just with issue 5 at the convention or at the show. And yeah, that's Fart Puppies 5. Now, I also don't have Fart Puppies 6 or 7. I've sold out of those as well. But I do have Fart Puppies 8, and this is Stinking Hot Summer, and they have all their friends over for a pool party. And if you're a fan of 1980s, not rom-coms, what were they? They were like the teenage movies from the 80s and particularly the 90s, like Bikini Beach Summer, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. There's a definite influence in this issue for Back to School. But if you like those kind of movies, this is the kind of book for you. The next one is Fart Puppies 9, 2-Minute Poodles, where they meet a Shih Tzu. And as you can imagine, Fart Puppies, Shih Tzu, that's where the jokes are. And then my brother has done Fart Puppies 10, Drop the F-Bomb, which is more of a science fiction adventure story. And then our last Fart Puppies book is Fart Puppies Go to Hollywood. And this is not the most grossest, but the most kind of meta book that we've done. So there's a movie being made about the Fart Puppies, and they go to LA for the premiere. And they meet all the celebrities, all these celebrities who have poo-sounding surnames, and it's very funny. We had a whole lot of fun coming up with the names and coming up with the concepts. But yeah, that's our latest issue for Fart Puppies. I do have Fart Puppies 12 ready to go to the printers, but I just have not yet put it all together. I could easily do it. I just haven't done it yet. But the books that I'm really focusing on at the moment, and again, I have to start on the second issue because the first issue, I only have 1 copy left. And this is Aussie Battler and the Down Unders. This is issue 2. And this is Aussie Battler here. And we have Drop Bear, he's a koala. We have Champion, we have Drop Bear's dad, Drop Bear. So Drop Bear Jr. and Drop Bear. We have the Brown Bomber up here, and we have Captain Yowza. So that was the team for this issue, and yeah, they're based in Melbourne, and it's just an Aussie superhero team with a lot of Aussie slang and culture, and it's just a bit of fun. But then I have issue 3, where Drop Bear fights a giant shark, and this is drawn by Jamie Johnson, who he does the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for IDW. And yeah, I was lucky enough to get a commission from him for this, and this was some time ago. This was 2021 that this came out. So yeah, there we go. The next one is Aussie Battler and the Down Unders issue 4, and this is the first appearance of Wombatman. So if you've watched Whole Year Comics YouTube channel, he's spoken about Wombatman. Big Nasty, I think, Big Nasty Comics, he's spoken about it as well. But yeah, this is Wombatman's first appearance, and if you're familiar with the artwork, it's because it's drawn by Tom Derenick, Tom has done a lot of work for the DC over the years, particularly the Justice League and Superman. But yeah, again, I was lucky enough to get him to commission. I was lucky enough to ask him to commission this, and he's done so. So that's pretty cool. The next one is issue 5, which is an homage to the Uncanny X-Men comic, and I can never remember the number. But this is one that I've drawn myself. I did the cover myself just because I wanted to get the book out before the end of the year. So I just kind of rushed it a little bit in terms of well, I didn't like. How do I say? I rushed the release of it. I could have waited for a more professional artist to do the cover, but I wanted to do this particular cover myself, and there we go. Now the 6th issue is, here we go. It's Ozzy Battler and the Down Unders, issue 6, and this is drawn by the Brazilian artist Aiko, who did he did Midnighter for the DC Comics New 52 era, I think it was, and he did the Fury series that unfortunately only lasted for 6 issues, but he did every single page, every single issue, and it was absolutely incredible. I was blown away by this guy's artwork, and yeah, again, lucky enough to get him to commission what is the last issue of this series. And I am busy working on Down Under's issue 1. I was penciling it today, and yeah, I've got a few more pages to pencil. But then we have Ozzy Battler issue 1 with this Ron Wagner cover. Ron Wagner did Morbius the Living Vampire in the 90s. And yeah, again, just another commission. Not just another commission, it sounds bad. It is a commission. I was very happy to get Ron eager to do this. And this is the first issue, obviously, of Ozzy Battler. I do have issue 2, which I am getting ready to go to the printers. I've just got to get all the pages put together, but it's all ready to go. And I do have a commission from a big comic book artist who's done the cover. I'm very eager to get it out. But what I wanted to concentrate on, particularly right now and at Geelong, is Wombatman. This is the first issue of Wombatman, and as you can see, it's nice and glossy, the fluoro cover. I did have a copy of this with just the regular cover, but they all sold out, and now I only have the glossy ones. And yeah, this is kind of like an origin story for Wombatman, because when I introduced him, it was an action-packed series, action-packed issue. I didn't have a lot of time to go into detail about who Wombatman is, but this is his origin story, and there's a lot of action in this, because yeah, it's an origin story, but it's also a punch-on, which most of these stories are. But then finally we have issue 2, and this cover is drawn by Tom Morgan. Now, Tom Morgan did Punisher 2099. In the 90s, he did the Iron Man series. He's just a fantastic guy. I follow him on Facebook, and that's where we got talking. And he's showing off all his work, and I said, mate, it still looks as great as it ever was, and I absolutely love it. So would you be keen on doing this? And this book had been sitting on the shelf, back at home, just lamenting. I could not get a cover artist to do this. There was one thing after another, and it just took ages, and I was getting a little bit frustrated. But then I saw Tom's work, and I reached out to him, and then honestly, it was crazy. He said, yes, I'll do it. I paid. Then I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning, and he said, here's the rough draft. And I was like, whoa. And then a week later, it's like this. Here's the finished pencils, and the week later, here's the finished inks. It was done in like 2 weeks. And then he posted out the original artwork. It's back at home. I should have brought it with me, but it's back at home. It looks fantastic. My brother has done the color for this, and it's absolutely popping. I had a little bit of trouble putting it all together and then getting it to the printer. And it just felt for a long while like this would never come out, but it finally did. It came out during the week, and I've sold 2 copies already, which is nice. But I'll be selling this and all these other issues at Geelong on Sunday. So if you are in the local area, please come on down. If you want to get a copy of that, please reach out to Manny and I on Drawn Out Dad Productions on Facebook, on Instagram, and also there's a website called Own Indie, OWNAINDA.com. So ownerindie.com, and we have all our books there, and you can buy them for $10 each Australian. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks as always. I'll catch you in the next one.